Here we are. I found us. Okay. Hey, it's Amanda with Grammy's Craft Boutique. Let me know when you're here. Oh, guys, I'm so hot. So I moved the camera back a little bit. Grammy's not with me today. She's at home. And so I moved the camera back a little bit. So when I angle it down, it should be a better view. Hi, Nan. How are you? Hey. Thanks for joining. I have a local customer. She actually lives in my subdivision, and she has purchased things from me. She puts wreaths inside her house, on her door. She has purchased some bows, and she has a storm door now. So she's wanting a wreath to go in between her door and her storm door. Now, I know that Melly Mel with Sincerely Creative Mom, she's a master of the pancake wreath. I am a master of gigantic poofy wreaths that are a foot deep that my dad just hates having to ship. So I'm going to try to make a more low profile wreath for my friend. Hey everybody, hi Debbie, Nan's here, hi Colleen, Grammy's here, hi Teresa. Hello. Grammy's at home, and I think she's pampering her dog too much because he won't let her leave his side. He wants petted nonstop and rubbed and scratched. So, but he's a little stinker. Oh my goodness, Grammy Mimi is watching. I don't think I've seen your name before, but my mom, she goes by Grammy to my nephew. And my Mimi that passed away in February, that was my mom's mom. I called her Mimi. So welcome. So how's everybody doing? Like I said, I pushed the camera back a little bit, and I even can you imagine I put another table in this room? But I have all my electronics on a different table. So I think I've made myself enough room to work. I hope. So with a more low profile wreath, I'm not going to use a pre-made wreath form because those add at least 2 inches. I love them, but they are about 2 inches deep with the pre-tied tinsel ties. So we're going to use a Dollar Tree wreath form. A lot of mine are beige. I guess that was the only ones I could find last year. And I'm going to get some pipe cleaners. Ooh, let's use burgundy. Burgundy is a fall color. We're using all kinds of fall colors. Oh, that's awesome, Nan. So when you look at the table right now, there's burgundy, there's beige, moss green, bright yellow, bright orange. It's going to look a little funny, but I think it will blend with the sign I had Debbie make for her. Ooh. See, it looks like it's on barnwood, and it says welcome, and you've got some pretty vivid fall colors on there. So hopefully the colors I picked out will work. And thank you for sharing. I appreciate that so much. If there are any special groups that you think might enjoy this, hopefully it won't be a debacle. But like I said, I'm a big poofy wreath maker, and going to try to do this for her. Melly Mel makes her pancake wreaths so well, and she's still able to add some curls and embellishments. So we're going to give it a try. Let's see how far down I need to put you. I think that's good. That's good. Hey. So I have a Dollar Tree wreath form, and you can see all the colors that I've cut. I think the first thing we'll do is we'll put some, why are words so hard today? Cable tie mounts. Oof. I always use the black ones. Those are marketed for outdoor use. But I still add a little bit of DAP or Gorilla Glue just to give it some extra hold. Especially if it's going to be between two doors where it gets really toasty. Because here in this area, we can still have some pretty toasty days in the fall. Hey, Mom, what do you think of this view? Is this good? You can see my table over here that I've got all my electronics on, so I made some extra room. So I'm taking the back off of the cable tie mounts, but I'm going to add a drop of Gorilla Glue for some extra insurance. Drop. Drop. Okay. Oh, good. It's much better. And I'm just putting one in each corner. And I usually try not to ask this of you guys, but if you could say a prayer or just put out some good thoughts. My good friend and also my next door neighbor, she just lost her fiance on Thursday morning, and he was 53 years old. He was actually a good friend of my husband. They went to school together from the time they were in kindergarten. So if you can, say a little prayer for her. She is struggling, as you could understand. So we're going to let that dry while we work on our wreath. Ooh, Karen, that's a good idea. So you seal it in with the hot glue on the edge. Here we go. Okay, so in the first two bars where there's a crossbar, I'm going to go diagonal over that crossbar. I'm going to squeeze tight and twist right in the middle. And I'm going to do that at each of these 6 points. So how's everybody doing? Are the kids and grandkids and everybody back in school? For better or worse? I hate when Landon has to go back to school because I love hanging out with him. But he's adapting to junior high like with no problem. I think he likes changing classes. And he's a very studious kid. So, I think he's enjoying it. I was a nervous wreck, but he's a champ. Oh, they don't go back till the 30th? See, I could swear that we didn't go back till after Labor Day. But I don't know. It just seems like they're going back earlier. So then I'm going to go to the 2 outside bars. And I'm going to go in between. Try to get it right in the middle. Squeeze and twist. So you have 6 on the inside, 6 on the outside. Anna's doing better. 3.5 months in bed with her back, but she's up and walking again. Slipped a vertebrae. Oh my goodness. I think I remember you telling us about that. Well, fingers crossed for complete healing. I hope you don't have any problems. Teresa's waiting for her newest grandbaby. That's exciting. I wanted more nieces and nephews, but my brother told me no. I said, oh, okay. Which is fine. That just means I spoil Landon that much more. And my husband Scott has a nephew, Wyatt. He's a little younger than Landon, but so we have 2 good boys in the family. Wyatt is struggling a little bit. Wyatt was a COVID kid, so he was home. He was homeschooled for kindergarten and 1st grade, and they sent him to school this year, and it's been really rough. It's been a super rough transition. So I cut my mesh at 20 inches, and I'm not going to do a woodland ruffle, but I am going to fold in the raw edge a little bit. And then I'm just going to make a ruffle up the center, which reminds me I have a cool tool that I clearly need to use because I'm all over the place with this ruffle. My friend Lori Jacobs at Hardworking Mom, she created this mesh tool. It's for making ruffles. She designed it primarily for people who have trouble keeping their ruffles straight or people with arthritis. Because honestly, this motion here, like my mom is starting to struggle with some arthritis in her hands and her fingers. And this motion, you do that over and over and over again, it's kind of rough. So, and I'm not supposed to start with burgundy, so I'm not even sure why I have burgundy in my hand. Brain fart. I want the beige at the bottom. Haha. Okay, so I've been playing with this ruffle maker, trying to figure out the best way to use it, because you can face it toward you and push the mesh in that way. But I turned it to the side, and I found that it was even easier to guide your mesh in this way. And then I can turn that bottom down where the raw edge is and make sure it's nice and tight. So we've sold several of them, and I know Lori has sold a lot of them, and I think she's getting really good feedback from people that it's helpful. So I know I'm supposed to flatten out my ruffle. You have severe arthritis in your hands, and oh, I feel so sorry for you guys. my mom is struggling with her hands and fingers, and I have her making all kinds of projects, and I feel pretty guilty about it. So I'm going to try using this thing again. I wish you could pull it toward you too. Leave it to me to have a new tool that I'm just now using. So I think you kind of, oh no, this is definitely the way you're supposed to do it. Yeah, that was easier. So you're pulling it toward you. And see, that ruffle is more even than that other one. So, so we have the ruffle maker in our shop because I reached out to Lori because Mom was really interested in it because of her hands. So we got the ruffle helper, and we also got the ribbon boards. So the benefit of this is you have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 inches, and it's all on one board. And the board is nice. It's nice and heavy. So you don't have a lot of multiple boards to cut your ribbon tails. Oh, Nan. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, crafters do not want to be slowed down by any kind of issues. I've been thinking of projects for my mom to work on while she's sitting on the couch because her little dog does not like for her to get up and leave him. He likes for her to be right there by his side. Plus, I have my mom totally addicted to the show Lucifer. So there's that. So we're going to do, I believe we're doing a craft show in September. And then I'm participating in a local flea market in September. So I was coming up with projects that she could work on. Yeah, I think that would help too. If you could clamp this baby down, you could just go to town. I think Lori might have hers fastened to her work table somehow, or she's just used it so much she's a lot better at it than I am, because she flies through her ruffles with this thing. Uh-oh, Grammy's thinking of running away from home. Are you gonna run over here to my house, I hope? I don't have a bedroom for you because it's a craft room. But you're not going anywhere without me. That is faux show. It's a running joke with us that even before GPS and Find My Phone, I can find my mom anywhere. Like once, I think she couldn't find me in the mall, and I took myself up to security and told them that my mom was lost. I wasn't lost. I knew exactly where I was. But like if we go to Vegas and we separate, she'll go play her games. I can find her. I don't need the phone. Marty, this is from Lori Jacobs at Hardworking Mom, and we have them in our shop. I talked to Lori and asked if I could carry them, and she said that would be wonderful. She's one of my business coaches, and she is one of my first crafting friends that I call like a craft celebrity. Mom and I got to meet her at a crafting convention the first year we had our business. and it was very exciting. Hi, Sheena. Oopsie. Well, I'm just knocking mesh everywhere onto the floor. Hey, Mom, why are you going to run away from home? I need to know these things. Does Dad have the new faucet put in yet? Dad's been putting them in a new faucet. This is a little awkward to get used to, but I feel like my ruffles are not crooked. It's giving me an opportunity to line up my mesh better. Hi, Janet. So I'm coming into the inside. And this is where it gets tricky for me because it starts getting more full. So I have to manhandle the mesh a little bit more and get my ruffles to lay down, which is kind of like, you know, it goes against everything we've done before because you always want everything to stand up and be full. I'm going to do the rest of my ruffles by hand since I've done it so much. And I haven't practiced with that tool very much. I'm going to practice with it some more. I really do think it's beneficial. Something else I thought of was when you make your rolls, if you're going to add rolls of curls to your wreath, you can roll them and slide them in there and line up your colors. Yes, we're putting all kinds of colors in here, Carol. Yeah, it's a fall wreath. Mesh is so sticky. And I wanted a lot of colors, neutral colors and vibrant colors represented. I wonder where my doggy is. I've got a golden retriever and he went to doggy daycare yesterday and he was worn out last night. He was dragging. But Jack is a very, very gentle golden retriever. So he actually plays with the small dogs at school because he's a gentle giant. And he gets a little skittish when larger dogs get a little bit more aggressively playful. He's just a baby. Well, Mom, that's a good question. That's why I told them at the beginning that I hoped this wasn't a colossal failure, because I've watched Melly Mel make her pancake wreaths 100 times, and I know she always says each ruffle you put in, you have to go in, you have to get underneath, you have to layer them and flatten them out. So we'll see. This might not be a pancake wreath. It might be more like a Belgian waffle. we do have the ruffle tool and the ribbon tool in our shop. And we have some really cute fall and Halloween ribbon. And I should be hearing from my supplier sometime soon that Christmas ribbon should be showing up. And we found a new vendor for florals when we were in Vegas. And I'm really excited about them. We have some more Christmas florals and greenery coming in. Maybe if I make this too thick, I can just convince her to put a magnet on her storm door like I do. I have a heavy duty magnet that I get at Home Depot, and I clean my storm door really good, and I put this magnet on, and it is powerful. I have put some pretty hefty wreaths on this magnet on the outside of the storm door, and it holds. Okay, now I'm just going around getting these layered. Hey, that's not bad. I think that's still pretty flat. We're still pretty flat, but I am adding more, so we'll see. You should see all the mesh I've knocked onto the floor. So I cut 6 burgundy. And I cut 6 burgundy and I cut 6 moss green. I think I'm going to put these burgundy. I like how the metallic on the natural shows through this burgundy, because it's just a regular flat burgundy. It's not metallic or anything like that. So what's everybody doing this weekend? Anybody have any fun plans? I'm working on projects today, and I have to do some laundry. I can't forget to do the laundry because Scott needs his work shirts. And Landon's with his mom this weekend, so my brother's working on his basement. I think Dad's still putting the faucet in. Oh, you put the mesh on the bottom and then add ribbon. The ribbon helps keep the mesh down. Ooh, that's good to know. You're in Northern Ohio where you have screen doors. Cool. Ooh, a new storage shed. Football's on? Is it football season? Oh, I guess it is. Because my husband just told me that we have to decide who we're going to bet on for the Super Bowl. In Illinois, we have this thing called FanDuel, and it's an app, and you can make all kinds of sports bets. And I just bet on whatever Scott tells me to bet on. But he must know his sports because I've built up a pretty good account in there. And I also made a special bet that Pujols is going to hit 700 home runs. This is his last season, and we're right outside of St. Louis, and he plays for the St. Louis Cardinals. So fingers crossed that Pujols hits 700, because that'll give me some craft money. Plus, I think it would be really neat for him to do that. His last season. And we're glad that he got to play in St. Louis. I was thinking of that, Karen, but I kind of have a plan, so we're going to see if it works out. If it's pugly, we can always change it. So quiet here. My husband's not here. I love my husband dearly, but he loud. He's just a loud guy. Oh, Betty, the mesh is cut at 20 inches. I think I missed a couple comments, so I'm going to scroll up. Marty, Landon is doing great. Fingers crossed and many prayers. I don't want to say it out loud. Not that I'm superstitious. Well, I pulled that so hard I pulled my ruffle apart. But he hasn't had an incident in quite some time. I hulked out on that and pulled my ruffle apart. So the mesh is 20 inches. Oh, thank you, Nan. Hi, Sue. Yeah, he's at 693 right now. Yeah, so Mom was saying in an earlier comment that, thankfully, thanks to you guys, the shop is busy, but we're going to do a couple craft. I got to bend all the way down on the floor and get all the way over. How did I get that piece of mesh all the way over there? Going to do a couple craft fairs, which I always swore I would never do because Mom and I both have fibromyalgia, and I'm sure hauling all that stuff is going to be a pain, but it's indoors. It's a big event that they have every year. So there's a lot of traffic, which is good. And I just think it would be a neat way to get some local customers. So we've got a burgundy overlay, and you can still see that pretty natural with the gold metallic. Oh, Colleen, thank you. If you have any problems, let me know. Thank you, Nan. The deep blue pumpkins are one of my favorite. So I cut the green at 20 inches because I was going to put some green in the back, But I think I may only do every other one. Let's just try it and see what we think. I like that. I like that. I think I'm going to do every other one and possibly add the orange and yellow curls to the other one. Just see how it goes. Elk County, Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. Lisa says, my NFL football team is Green Bay Packers. Got a football fan. We had huge football fans in our family until they took the Rams away from us in St. Louis. Can't even talk about it. I think my dad is still traumatized. Well, it's fattening it up a little bit. Let's put in one more green. Thanks, Sue. Debbie. Debbie's teasing me because she knows I make fat wreaths. I don't think Dad has seen the one he's got to ship to Texas. The skeleton. It's a beast. And it's going to have a girlfriend because I've got to get... I wanted to do this wreath for... I'm doing them in order that they were ordered. And Laura ordered this for fall, so I'm doing this one. Then I have a centerpiece, but it's not going on a table. It's going up above a cabinet that has a big blank area in the corner. See, I didn't flatten the green because I wanted them to be kind of poofy, but hopefully I didn't make it too poofy. I think it'll be okay. Now I am going to use this little ruffle tool because I'm going to make some curls. And I only cut my curls at 10 inches. I make it about an inch loop and then roll it. I'm going to slide that one in there. And then I'm going to do the same with the orange, and we'll see if we like that. It's a mom Anna. Okay, so we've got those two. And then I kind of give them a pinch. And we'll see what we think. We might not want this in there. But remember, there's orange and yellow in the sign. So let's get the sign. Okay, Anna, let me think about that. My dad and my mom do all of my shipping for me. And my dad is a retired engineer. So, of course, I think that there's not anything that my dad can't figure out. Because I'm really a mama and a daddy's girl. So he usually does some really creative stuff. See, that's why I put that little bit of orange and yellow in there. This is the sign. Oh, you have a Bodabra? I think Mom has one of those. Yeah, sometimes it's Mom that's usually super skeptical of my color combinations. She'll go, "You're not putting those together, are you?" And I'll say, "Yeah." And then when it's done, she'll say, "Oh man, I just really didn't think that was going to look right." But it's taken me a lot to get out of my comfort zone because I'm very matchy-matchy. Pardon me while I get on the floor and get the other curls. So, I've had to really break out of that matchy-matchy idea because not just designing, but purchasing products for people to buy, you want to offer a good combination of things that coordinate, but you don't necessarily want every single thing that you get in stock to match because you want a good variety. So it's tricky and it's been a learning curve that I'm still on. It'll never be over. Okay. So I kind of want to add curls to a couple of them on top, like maybe 3. But I don't know. That just might end up being too big. Let's see. I think it's still okay. Let's measure. Well, we're at about 5 inches, and when I measured mine, I want to say it was 7 inches that I had. I want to put some ribbon tails around the center though. And I picked out these 2 from the shop. The plaid is really cute. It has like a little stitching through it. And then the polka dot, some of the polka dots have a little shimmer to them. Oh, Anna, Grammy's answering you. Her name's Deborah Gudak. Her answer is right under one of your comments. Hopefully that'll help, but let us know. I've been trying to get Dad to let me do a YouTube of him packing stuff and whatnot, but he just won't go on video. So I'm going to try this ribbon board. I think I'll do 11 inches. I need 6. I'm all tangled up. I'm gonna do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I also wanted to do a video of Dad making, or at least do the instructions of how. Oh, sorry, Colleen. I forgot. I zoomed in. I wanted him to do a video of how he made our flower towers. Now my flower tower was the prototype, but Mom's is super fancy and it turns. He got a boat seat swivel for hers, and hers turns. 11 inches. But I can't get Dad to agree to go on a video. He's so stubborn. I took a picture of him one day while he was packing, and he was like, that better not end up on social media. I said, well, duh. Of course it is. It's kind of what I do. And I take 3 at a time to dovetail. Because if I do more than 3 at a time, they go wonky on me. So, in case you guys don't know, we have been having our live sales on Thursday evening at 7 Central. And if you don't already get text alerts, definitely text hello. I have the number there posted at 618-226-5593. And I only text you if we're going live, or we have new product that showed up, or we're getting ready to have a live sale. This one's thinner. I might be able to, nope, I'm just going to do 3. Just 3. I like that plaid with that polka dot. So what are you guys watching on TV right now? I have Mom. I got her started on Lucifer, so she's been binging Lucifer on Netflix. And I watched 4 episodes of Echoes last night. I think it's also on Netflix. I can't tell you anything about it, though, because I don't want to ruin it for you, but I'll just say it's about twins. So I just ruffle it up in the center. Give it a couple good twists. And then curl them out to the outside. Oh, hold please. I have to see what everybody's watching. Mom's watching Lucifer. Ashley's watching Breaking Bad. Oh, thanks, Jackie. Thank you. I thought Breaking Bad was really good. But I haven't watched Better Call Saul. I guess that's what you're supposed to watch after Breaking Bad. I haven't watched that. Anna's watching Rosewood. That sounds familiar. What is that about? That sounds really familiar. And I love detective stuff. I also watched a show, I think it was like a limited edition show called Midnight Mass. It was interesting. It was different. Oh, I think Mom and I used to watch that when it first came out. Do you remember that, Mom? Rosewood. He's a pathologist and she's a cop. If I remember correctly, that was a super good show. Yellowstone replays. Yellowstone's coming November, correct? Because they cancel every show we love, Mom. Every show that we really like, they cancel. We loved, I loved it so much I forgot the name of it. Oh my gosh, Mom, what's the name of that show that we liked? Yeah, Mindhunter. That was rude. They took that away from us. The show that we liked with the cop or the FBI agent and his dad was a serial killer. I'm going to pull all the pipe cleaners out toward me so they'll be easier to find when it's time to get rid of them. Oh, Prodigal Son. Yes, so good. Even my husband was upset when they canceled that because he and I watched it together, and he doesn't really watch scripted fictional stuff. He watches sports and music, like music rockumentaries, goofy schmoofy stuff. Wrath of Man. So it was unusual but good. Yeah, I really thought Netflix might pick up Prodigal Son the way they did Lucifer. I signed a petition. Clearly no one cared. So what I did was, Ashley, I take these black They're called cable tie mounts. They're black. You want the black ones because those are for outdoor use, and they have an adhesive back. But you peel off the adhesive and you still want to put a little dap of Gorilla Glue or DAP Rapid Fuse. And then I let it dry. And then I just go through the mesh with pipe cleaners. Hi, Faith. How are you? Debbie, I haven't got all the signs listed because I spent a lot of the morning over at Mary Ann's house. I took her breakfast, and she had a terrible crying fit, which is totally understandable. She's trying to pick out pictures for the funeral, and she's having trouble going through and seeing the pictures. So I sent the pictures over to Walgreens to be developed, and then I got to go get them still for her. So yeah, it's been a terrible week for her, and I'm trying to think of things that I can do to help. There's nothing I can do to take her pain away, but if I can help in any way, just going straight through the mesh with the pipe cleaner, because that mesh will give it even more stability. Nan, I get mine on Amazon. I will send you a link after the live. I'll send you the link for the exact ones I get, because if you're anything like me, you don't pay attention to the item description. Of course, you might be better than me. I don't pay attention to the item description, and I've ordered the wrong size before, because that's how I roll. Absolutely. Let me make myself a note. My note taker's not here. My note taker's not here. Yeah, Nan, that's all I know to do is just make myself available. I'm writing down names so I don't forget. It's just such a shock. You know, they found each other later in life. I mean, not super late in life, but you know, they had felt like they paid their dues in the relationship department and found each other. And you know, he was 53 years old. It's just, and now I'm driving Scott crazy. I wonder if I could, no, I don't want to bring that up. No. I'm driving Scott crazy because I want him to quit drinking alcohol, quit eating ice cream, take better care of himself, because it scared me. I don't want anything to happen to him. And I like when elements overlap. I don't like for a sign to just look like it was plopped on there. And I know I can't put anything big or bulky, but I thought these leaves are nice and flat and they're like a heavy burlap. I thought those would look cute on there. Find another green one. Or, let's see, another brown one. Kind of make those two leaves, put those two leaves kind of together. Those two separate. Okay, let's measure. The most difficult thing for me with these lower profile wreaths is you can't put a big juicy bow on them. So we're at 5 inches. I mean, I think Melly Mel, she gets hers to like 4, which is magical, but I think this is probably the... Hi, buddy. Jack just came in. Can you guys see Jack back there in the doorway? What you doing? Did you want to come in and say hi? Come on, don't be scared. I know there's not a lot of room in here, bud. There's not a lot of room. It's okay. It's okay. You wondering what I was doing in here? Just my good boy, you guys. This is Jack. He's a golden retriever. He's 6 years old. He's my good boy. Yeah, Mom, I was getting nervous because I wanted to add these curls and these bigger ruffles on the outside. And I was like, I don't know if it's going to make it. But, oh, Candy, he's my best bud. He's such a good boy. When my older golden was sick, he was... Milo passed away a year ago, and he was 18, and Jack didn't leave his side the last few months. They would go outside together. They would come in, they would eat together, and Jack would lay with him. And hi, Peggy. This is what we did today. One of my friends that lives nearby wants one that goes between her door and her storm door, and I think we did it. Because, you know, I make them big and fat, but I think we did it. He's just such a sweet-natured dog, and he's very calm. I think he probably would have been a good dog to train for something, but he's just my baby. He probably would have been a good like comfort dog or therapy dog. But I had a friend years ago who trained comfort dogs, and he said it's actually really hard on them. That dogs are empaths and they absorb a lot of energy. And you know how it is if you're around something that's draining you. If someone's sick or someone's negative, or you that energy gets sucked out of you. And they said it's really like that. Those animals are exhausted after they go to the children's hospital or so. Okay, my boy's whining, so he might want a treat or want to go out. So I guess I will just let you guys go. Thank you, Nan. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I like the leaves. Yeah, I think so too, Candy. he's great with kids. He's great with other animals. But I think when it comes down to it, he's just mine. He's just my boy. So, okay. If you don't get text alerts, text us hi to 618-226-5593. So that way we can let you know when we go live. And I should be on again soon because I have all these custom orders to do. So I'll hopefully you guys will work through them with me. So I will see you guys soon. Thanks for being here.